Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about two Greek teachers. Do you know who they are? I bet you do. They are Confucius and Socrates. Although they were born about 100 years apart, Confucius and Socrates have constantly been put side by side, since both of them maintain extraordinary status in their respective civilizations. They have long been held up as models to inspire later generations. There are several obvious similarities about Confucius and Socrates. Both live in the setting before schools in a formal sense played a major role in education. Therefore, Confucius and Socrates gathered some respectful students around to learn from them. By midlife, they had gained enough reputation for wisdom, and neither of them wrote down anything, but their students preserved some of what they said. In spite of the obvious similarities, Confucius and Socrates differed in some educational ideas. Confucius placed a great emphasis on self-cultivation of virtue, by which he meant a person should behave appropriately according to his place in the social hierarchy. That means an emperor should behave like an emperor, a minister like a minister, a father like a father, a son like a son, and so on. Many of his interactions with his students took the form of asking whether certain behavior fit his requirements. The virtue, in Confucius' eyes, is always changing, since situations are always changing. But in certain situations, there is some model people can look up to and learn from. Different from Confucius, Socrates emphasized the truth a lot. He held that behind the ever-changing realities, there must be something unchanging, eternal, and certain. Instead of being controlled by complex realities, people should try hard to pursue the truth behind, since the truth was the only thing reliable. Just as Socrates once said, "I pursue truth like a hound." Besides their different emphasis on virtue and truth, they also demonstrated difference in their ways of passing on their ideas. Now, let's read two sentences from them. "I will not enlighten my students until they have really tried hard but failed to understand. I will not instruct them until they have something to say but fail to make themselves understood. Thoughts should be born in the hearts of students. Teachers should only act as the midwife did." From the two sentences, we can know that both Confucius and Socrates thought the students should be the center of teaching and learning. Both of them used a lot of questions to stimulate students' thinking and arouse their interests and initiatives to participate. However, Confucius tried to guide the students to reach the correct answer in his mind, so answer was very important in the case. By comparison, Socrates did not emphasize answer. He used a lot of sharp questions to motivate the students to think hard and think deeply. During the process, the students could get closer to the truth and get to know themselves better. So far, we know that Confucius emphasized the virtue and the correct answer, while Socrates emphasized the truth. For Socrates, answer may not be that important. Confucius advocated people acted properly according to their designated roles, while Socrates supported that people should know themselves better and approach truth as much as possible. I couldn't help wondering, if Confucius and Socrates met, what would happen? Now, let's enjoy their fascinating encounter.
What a nice day. Oh, look at mine. Isn't he... Socrates? Oh, hi. I've learned that you're seeking the truth for a lifetime. Oh, very pleased to meet you. Oh, you are casting the light of wisdom onto孔子. Oh, I know you are the most wise man in the East. Yeah, as you can see, I am thinking really hard on this topic. Model. Would you like to show me some directions? Motto, at what I see. At 15, I made up my mind to study. At 30, I was established. At 40, I was no longer perplexed. At 50, I understood the will of heaven. And at 60, I listened to everything without being unhappy. At 70, I followed my desires, and none of them were against the norms. You would be advised to do likewise.
But Mr. Kong, this may be the wrong model.
Mm-hmm.
It's just your own life experience, but one cannot learn through only experiences, even such as yours. And my model is the unchanging truth. Only by questioning everything and thinking really hard can we gain the truth.
But thinking without study is perilous. Is its price or tradition the truth? Every day, and so that your behavior lives up to rules. Superiors take responsibility for the inferiors, and inferiors then follow. Just like the tradition of Duke of Draw, it is tested and practical. Is what you think is always right?
As far as I know, the Duke of Zhou promulgated several regulations to bring harmony into society. He emphasized much on the hierarchy of it. For example, the emperor must be succeeded by the eldest son. But let's consider this situation. If a king was dying and he had two sons, one was a younger, talented son, the other was a incapable elder son. Which one will he choose?
That's a difficult question, I think. But in our history, the emperor, if he dare choose the younger one, it also means a serious curse. Though the talented is the younger, he should respect the decision by his father and help his brother. That's embodiment of xiao, the central value in families and large community. When the children respect their parents, the wife respects his husband, and the younger siblings respect elders, and administrators respect top leaders. Then the peace and prosperity result.
However, Xiao is also not a good model. If someone obeys his parents' command blindly, in order to please them, he may break the laws and even hurt others. I knew there was a poor young man in your country. In order to save his mother from diseases, he even wanted to bury his own child. Does such practice lead to social harmony? By disregarding the duty to choose, aren't you teaching the principle that leads to the corruption of all kinds?
Socrates, if everyone follows your model, that means no social harmony. If children be free to rebel against his fathers, and wives against husbands, without respect for superiors, no social community will serve for long, because it will fall into decision. I will give you a motto: to give study up also mental physical services. That's harmful indeed.
Oh, well, I know. Thank you so much. Now I got deeper understanding on this topic. And I believe you also acquired different perspectives on this topic. Okay. But my unflinching questioning is like the sharpest spear, and your guidance is like the hardest shield. It's really hard to say which one is stronger.
And there's an old saying, gentlemen see harmony, but no uniformity.
That's right.
Let's seek the common ground and receiving the differences. I believe we can become both friends.
Yeah, absolutely.